Hi, welcome back to the Knit Guru. This is just a really quick introduction because the rest of this video may not make any sense without it. I recently did a test knit for Pacific Knit Co and Jamie Lomax, but she also released a book that arrived before this video came out. So there's going to be a look at her book, which is the Doodle Directory, as well as the test knit process for the Desert Doodle, which I made a pair of socks out of. So please enjoy. Good morning and welcome back to the Knit Guru. Today I am going to unbox this package here. Now I'm not sure if this is going to be its own video or whether or not I'm going to tag this in with the pattern test I did for Pacific Knit Co, but we'll see. I've got a lot of footage that I have not sorted. Oh, this has got a lot more in it than I was expecting. Right, so this here is the Doodle Knit Directory from Pacific Knit Co or Jamie Lomax, whatever you want to know her as. Now, what this is I've bought a whole stack of her doodle motifs, and I've used some of them. I say some of them, I bought a lot more than I've actually used. And this is the book that is a culmination of all the things. And I've already seen one that I desperately need to make. Ducks. So what it's got is a complete directory of a whole stack of different images and ways of using them. Now on her website she does have a free downloadable doodle kit thing where you can buy one of her doodle kits and then fill in the chart to design whatever it is that you're making, from hats to cowls to socks, which I've done socks because I'm big on socks. I can't recommend her enough because it allows you to both follow a pattern and stretch your own creative muscles in designing your own ideas around the pattern at the same time. So yeah, this is the Doodle Knit Directory. I got this on pre-order ages ago and I cannot wait to just dig into this a little bit further. I wasn't expecting it to be full colour, but it's full colour. And some of the motifs are really small and some of them are very large. The walrus is adorable. Love a walrus. Oh, a little house. And then there's a whole stack of pattern recipes at the back. So there's the scarf, there's a hat, there's a headband, there's mittens. Oh, mittens. I've got a sheep named Mittens. Fingerless gloves, socks. So there are more things in the Doodle Knit Directory than there are on her website, which is really cool. But honestly, I love the doodle decks. I've never bought it as a doodle deck because I'm on the other side of the planet, so getting things shipped here is spendy, to say the very least. But I 100% was in favour of pre-ordering this book because I've bought so many of her downloadable doodle motifs. So that's my little invoice pack and slip. And then I've dropped a whole stack of things. So we've got a sticker. I do need to update my knitting notebook because I've now got a whole stack of stickers. What have we got here? We've got mix and match modular colour work. What's in here? Oh, okay. So in here there's 5 charts and a cowl pattern inside this little sealed box. Do I open it? Then we've got another sticker. Really do need to update my notebook. Oh, this is cool. Project bag. Love a project bag. I go through so many project bags because I have too many projects on the go. So that's very cool. Do I open this? Let's open this. Oh, it might actually rain. I'm now at the point where we're quite excited about rain. There's enough planted in the garden that it's nice for it to rain. They're predicting a very dry summer. And a very dry summer is not the greatest thing in the world. I am now wondering where my sheep are. Sheepies? Where's my sheepies? I was expecting the sheep to be the annoying ones. And the dog. And I fed the dog. Right, so what have we got here? Oh, I've got some doodle cards. Now, on this doodle card, we've got the cowl. We've got a frogged project. It's a frog. This one here is a yarn chicken. It's a chicken. Just one more row. Oh. It's a house, I think. No, it's a ball of yarn. That's very cute. It's Sleeve Island, where you've got one sleeve missing. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Second sock syndrome. Oh no, these are hilarious. These are quite hilarious doodle cards. I don't know if I'm going to make them or if I'll just scrapbook them into my knitting book. But that's the pre-order I got from Jamie Lomax and the Pacific Knit Co. And I can't recommend her stuff enough. I think she's very cool. I like cool. Cool is great. Right, so I've been shopping my stash, as the cool kids say, and these aren't exactly what I would have wanted to do for this sock test knit, because it's not sock yarn, but this is what I'm going to attempt with first of all, because I just want to get going on them, to be honest. I've got this I Love Knitting 10-ply NZ Landscapes. Now it says 10-ply, but it's actually not. It's not a thick 10-ply. It's more like a DK weight, to be honest. It's not worsted. But I've had this sitting around for a few years, and I should probably use it on something. Then what I've got is this ball of vintage yarn. It's called vintage. It's not vintage, if that makes sense. This is from Skeins in Napier, and this colour is oilskin. It's a little bit browner on camera than it is in real life. It's a little bit reddier. Reddy, that's a word, right? And then I've got this incredibly old, passionate for lovers of knitting green shade, which kind of works in with it. And then I thought I'll just go with this country 8-ply from Checkerton for the last shade. I don't need this many shades. What I was going to look for is just 2. And then I found this, and then I went down this dark path, because this is what is surprising to nobody. I don't have a large supply of browns and greens in my stash. Who knew? Who knew? It's either that, or I need to order some DK knitting yarn for socks. And I haven't found a plain coloured sock one that's going to fit what I want in my head anyway. So this is what I'm aiming for the moment. What did happen to the last 10? Right, here we go on my test knit so far. I'm up to the foot portion, and I'm trying to put the scorpion in there because I've enjoyed the cactus bit, I've enjoyed the other little colourworky bits, but I'll tell you what bit has me nervous. And what has me nervous are the floats. Like, I haven't done colourwork on a sock before, so I'm a little bit worried about the floats, the tension, making it too tight to go around a foot or an ankle, getting a toe caught in a float. But I think I'm doing okay. We'll see. We'll see how we go with getting the scorpion in here. Right, project update on the test knit of this sock. Now, I've bought these doodle patterns before, so I kind of knew what I was expecting. I haven't turned them into a sock yet, but this was always my plan, was to turn them into some socks. So this is the Desert Doodle pack with cactuses. So these are for my stepson. So what we've got here is there's some cactuses at the top, there's some patterns that came with it, and I'm working on what will hopefully be a scorpion on the foot. I think I'm hilarious. Now, what I have done is I have just done the regular heel that I always do, because what I don't know how it's going to go is, what will it feel like to stand on these floats? I know I really didn't like standing on the floats on the Stephen West socks, so I'm just trying to avoid the bits where the feet touch the ground or the inner sock. And hopefully I've got a good enough tension that this isn't going to be too tight and it's still going to be stretchy enough. Yeah, I've had a few questions about this yarn. This is from I Love Knitting. It's I would have got it from Skeins. It's from their New Zealand landscape range. I have used a lot of those. This is a 10-ply yarn, and these are all 8-ply yarns for the ones in between. I just really wanted to use this up because it's such a nice yarn. None of this is sock yarn, so I'm not anticipating these will last particularly long, but I figure them's the breaks. I was wanting to do it in greens and browns, and I don't have a lot of greens and browns in my stash. Just quietly, I am not a greens and browns person, she says, wearing green. I am not a boy greens and browns. So we'll see how this goes. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is
as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe
So I've been sitting here working on my sock in the morning. I thought that I'd have enough of this yarn to finish the toe of the last sock. I did. There was some left over. I thought maybe there's enough for the rib. I knit the rib. There was enough. There was some yarn left over. And I thought maybe there'll be enough to do the first section of colour work. And yes, I successfully won yarn chicken. So I've got this much of a tail. This means I don't need to chop this off. It's quite a while in the sock, i.e. like 3 rows, before I use this yarn again. So fortunately, I do have another ball of this, and this is what I'm using because people have asked questions. There we go. Yeah.
always should have stayed. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours.
Hi, I'm Juanita and welcome back to the Knit Guru. And this, if you can believe it, is a winter's day. It's a great winter's day. There's a PY Waka Waka or a fantail just floating around over there. Nothing. No roosters. No beagles. Nobody's making a noise. Bliss. Anyway, here we are. I am at the end of my test knit of the Desert Doodle socks from Pacific Knit Co. Now, the Desert Doodles and all of her doodle patterns are so cool. Like, they're unbelievably cool little motifs. And what you get is the motifs that are repeatable and the pattern. There's a pattern for a cowl. There's a pattern of cowl. I know my accent is odd. And there's a pattern for socks and how to use the motifs to make socks. So I have not done socks with this much colour work before. There are four balls of yarn in these socks. And these socks are more socks that are bigger than my sock blockers allow. What we've got on these is on the foot. I think I'm hilarious. So I just want to note that I'm hilarious. Scorpion on the sole of the foot and the top of the foot. Scorpion. I was expecting the sound of thunderous applause from the heavens, but it didn't happen. But that's fine. That is fine. And then I went with the little cactuses and just these cool little shapes here. I did not put any white on the bottom of the sock because I didn't want the dirt to show, because these are for a teenage boy who works in a very manual labour kind of job. So this would get dirty if I put it on the bottom. I'm just not doing that to myself. It's also not sock yarn, so I don't know how long they're going to last, particularly if they go in and out of gumboots. But I don't really care. They did not take too long to make, considering how intricate they look. Now, her pattern has the afterthought heel. I find that the afterthought heel, when one has large feet and large ankles, doesn't give you enough room through the centre. So I went with the heel flap and heel turn and just made this bit straight through the middle there. But all in all, I could not be happier with Pacific Knit Co. and the doodle patterns. I know I've got the farm doodles, I've got the autumn doodles, I think I've got the ocean doodles. I will be making more doodle socks, and I will be making more doodle socks really quickly, because I think I need 3 pairs of doodle socks by September. September is coming up awfully quickly. I don't think this video is being posted until September, so but it's not far away, that's for sure. Anyway, these are my desert doodles. I call them my cactus socks, from the Pacific Knit Co. And if you follow the link down below, you'll find the pattern motifs. They are so cool. I cannot recommend them highly enough. Just as something different to push you out of your comfort zone and give you new ideas about what you can be doing when you're knitting. I will catch you next week. Bye.